We've been able to use a range of different technology along with musical instruments to make nice collaborative pieces with the students. So we've been able to use a range of different sounds and different effects alongside musical instruments, just to kind of make it ICT and computing and also music, so it's been very collaborative. Well, it's made students that wouldn't normally be able to access musical instruments, they've been able to access things much easier with the use of the switches, and also with creating their own different notes on the soundbar. So it's been very useful in that sense.
Yeah.
But also it's given people, they've been able to press switches and hold them whilst also being able to play musical instruments. So they've been able to multitask in that sense as well.
Great, yes. And you were saying a lot of the work they've done this week with Sounbeam, having a range of switches, beams and other instruments, been lots of collaborative work. Mm-hmm. Has that had any impact on social skills, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah. They were really having to look around the room, and they weren't looking towards the adults to direct them, which is quite often the case in our school.
Yes.
So they were very much independently looking towards their peers, and were able to select, to understand when it was their turn next. So it was really engaging them, and the levels of concentration were unprecedented, to be fair, because normally it's a very short period of time they can concentrate for.
That's very interesting. And having suddenly access to such a much larger range of sounds than they're used to, I guess they were having to listen and make decisions about which sounds to use. Can you say anything about that? Yeah,
absolutely. They were really kind of being able to be composers, and the way they were initiating different interactions using the different equipment worked really well for them, because rather than us saying, well, this sounds good, what do you think that sounds good, they were able to select and modify and choose which one they wanted to do, and it was kind of a very, very child-led session, so it was very good in that sense.
So that's in terms of choosing the sounds and deciding how to combine them. Mm-hmm. What about actually structuring the sounds, deciding the order in which they play them?
Well, some of our students were really good at that, and were able to structure the sounds and put them together, and it shows you how their creative talents are very... It shows you their creative talents and how they're able to order. And some of them you wouldn't give credit for being able to do that, but their abilities were amazing. I definitely think that kind of the elements of all the performing arts and including that within our piece worked really well for our students, because they were able to imagine that they were there, and it became kind of functional for them, which is something in our school we definitely strive for, to create, especially for our older students that have been involved with this project, is that we strive for them to be able to apply it to real life. Yes. And they're able to pick up on those sounds, and initially you were getting reactions that were given you when you were asking questions about, what sounds would you hear in a shop? They were saying trumpet because they were thinking about music, but soon their ideas and their thoughts were more about, actually you might hear a till, and you might hear a curtain rail and things like that. Yes. Really coming out. The dialogue was really functional as well as being based around music.
So using the technology to explore a broader palette of sounds, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good.
I think it definitely adds, an important element to our school. It increases our ability to use music effectively and to make it a very inclusive process, which has been a really lovely experience. And watching all students be able to access all of the different equipment has just been magical to